is focused on the field, a quiet negotiation is gaining steam that could bring an all-star to Los Angeles. But the price is steep, and it involves the sacrifice of a homegrown talent we love. If you want to be the first to know the details of this mastermind move, the time to subscribe to the channel is now. Hey everyone, welcome back to the True Blue Nation Dodgers Report. I'm your host, and as always, I'm here to bring you the hottest and most exclusive information directly from behind the scenes of our beloved Los Angeles Dodgers. The All-Star break is approaching, and that means the phones at the front office are ringing off the hook. Before we dive into today's bombshell news, an analysis that could redefine the future of our infield, I need to ask you a favor. If you want to stay ahead of the curve with in-depth analysis and news that truly matters to the fans, do yourself and the channel a favor. Click that subscribe button right now and turn on the notification bell. Don't miss a single thing that happens with our team. I'm counting on the support of each and every one of you for us to continue to grow. Let's get straight to the point, because the situation is serious and demands a meticulous analysis in the style you've come to expect from me. Our team suffered a significant blow with Max Muncy's knee injury. We all witnessed his meteoric rise in recent weeks. The guy was simply on fire. Since April 30th, Muncy was posting absurd slash lines of .287 batting average, a .414 on base percentage, and a .575 slugging percentage, along with 13 home runs that showcase the power we know and love. Losing him, even for an estimated 6-week period, is a major loss in the heart of our lineup. The question the front office, led by Andrew Friedman, is asking itself right now isn't if Muncy will return, but how he will return. A knee injury for a power hitter like him is treacherous. Can we really bet our World Series aspirations on the hope that he'll be 100% for the decisive games in October? The history and philosophy of this front office tell us the answer is a resounding no. They don't operate on hope, they operate on certainties and contingency plans. This is precisely where the news that's been circulating behind the scenes, which I'm bringing exclusively to you today, comes into play. Sources indicate the Dodgers are seriously considering an impact trade to solidify third base. And the name emerging with the most force is Ryan McMahon of the Colorado Rockies. The proposal, floated by analysts close to league-wide movements like Zachary Howell of Clutch Points, is clear and bold. The Dodgers would receive all-star third baseman Ryan McMahon, while the Colorado Rockies would receive pitcher Dustin May. At first glance, some might consider giving up May a steep price. I completely understand. We're talking about Gingergaard, a generational talent with one of the most electric arsenals in the league when he's healthy. However, you have to analyze the situation with the coldness of a general manager. McMahon is not a mere end-of-season rental. He's a long-term solution. In 2022, he signed a 6-year, $70 million contract extension. A deal that, in today's market, is considered extremely team-friendly. This means he would be under team control for several seasons, bringing stability to a position that has been a defensive question mark, even with Muncy's best efforts. McMahon is an elite defender at third base, a Gold Glove finalist, and would bring a security to the hot corner that we haven't had in a long time. Offensively, he's a consistent left-handed bat with proven power of 20-plus home runs per season in 4 years since 2019. He would fit perfectly into our lineup, offering valuable balance and supplying the left-handed power lost with Muncy's absence. This wouldn't be an impulsive reaction to the injury, but rather a calculated strategic move aimed not just at the 2025 season, but also at the years to come, solidifying the roster around our stars. The front office sees a window of opportunity to acquire an all-star caliber player on a great contract, using a piece that, as I'll discuss next, can be considered expendable in the current context. Now, let's talk about the piece we'd be sending to Colorado, Dustin May. And here, I ask you to set aside your fan passion for a moment and think strategically with me. Nobody questions Dustin May's talent. His 98mm sinker is a work of art, and his ace potential is undeniable. However, his recent history is marked by severe injuries and long recovery periods. He is coming back from flexor tendon surgery, which followed Tommy John surgery. These are two major surgical procedures for a pitcher's arm. Furthermore, and this is the crux of the negotiation, May will be an unrestricted free agent at the end of this season. The question Andrew Friedman and his team are asking is it worth the risk? The risk that May won't return to his elite level, the risk that he suffers another setback, and most importantly, the risk of losing him at the end of the year for absolutely nothing in return except for a possible compensatory draft pick. From a purely managerial and strategic standpoint, the answer seems to lean towards no. The Dodgers have built an enviable depth in their pitching staff precisely to be able to make moves like this. Think about it with me. Our starting rotation is about to get ridiculously strong. Blake Snell and Tyler Glasnow are scheduled to return soon, joining Walker Buehler and young talents like Bobby Miller and Gavin Stone, who have already proven their worth. Shohei Ohtani is progressing in his throwing program to return to the mound next year. We have a surplus of talented arms. In this scenario, Dustin May, as talented as he is, becomes a trade chip of extremely high value. He's an asset on an expiring contract with a significant injury history. For a rebuilding team like the Colorado Rockies, who can afford to wait for his full recovery and perhaps offer him an extension, he makes perfect sense. For the Dodgers, who are in World Series or bust mode, trading that uncertainty for a healthy all-star position player on a long-term contract who fills an immediate need is the definition of a smart move. Moreover, acquiring McMahon would give us tremendous flexibility with Max Muncy's future. Muncy has a $10 million club option for next year. With McMahon secured at third base, the Dodgers could decline that option, trade him to another team in need of a designated hitter, or simply use Muncy as a primary DH, saving his body from the wear and tear of playing defense. In essence, this trade would transform a question mark, May's health and free agent status, into a solid long-term solution, McMahon, while opening up multiple strategic options for the roster's future. It's a chess game, and this move could be the checkmate to strengthen the team for the stretch run. So to summarize, Muncy's injury creates an immediate need and an uncertainty for the postseason. Ryan McMahon represents an elite, defensively superior solution with consistent power and an extremely favorable long-term contract. The cost would be Dustin May, a phenomenal talent, but one who carries considerable injury risk and a contract that expires in a few months in an area of the roster, pitching, where we have remarkable depth. The big question I pose to you, Blue Nation, would you make this trade? Is it worth giving up the limitless potential of Dustin May, even with all the risks, to secure an all-star like Ryan McMahon for several years and solidify the hot corner of our infield? Or do you trust in Max Muncy's full recovery and prefer to keep May's arm for the stretch run and the future? Leave your comments, your theories, and your arguments below. I want to know what each and every one of you thinks. Debate is what strengthens our community. And if you haven't done it yet, don't wait any longer. Subscribe now to the True Blue Nation, Dodgers Report, for more exclusive analysis, breaking news, and the most in-depth coverage of our Los Angeles Dodgers. Stay tuned because the market is heating up. See you next time.